My name is Alesha. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. So, I'm in the Long Nail Club again. This is inspired by Juju. Thank you for making this first. I actually made some notes first. So, let's get reading on this and I'm putting in my 2 cents. You are not lazy, unmotivated, or stuck. After years of living your life in survival mode, you are exhausted. You are tired, and there's a difference. For a lot of us, we haven't been getting the proper support, never gotten the support. We haven't been getting the compassion or support that we deserve or that we need. We are compassionate and empathetic towards others. So I have a question. Are you the one always helping people get on, but yet you find yourself getting used and abused in return? Or are people always cutting you down? Or are people always wanting to compete with you, and yet you're just only looking for a good friend? People don't support you or don't give you your credit. People don't see you for who you are. They don't support you, haven't supported you, or you just feel like they haven't supported you in other ways. And sometimes you look at other people and you're like, wait a minute, you're supporting those friends, but you're not supporting me. What's up? People see you struggling, but yet they'll judge you, and they will gossip and backstab you and try to kick you down more. They don't have anything good to say and won't clap for you when you start to experience that success. And then you start to realize after a while, maybe these people weren't for me in the first place. And it's usually the people that can put out but can't take. And they realize they didn't make the cut, so they're going to try to cut you. They can't follow through on their dream, so they're going to try to keep you from following yours. Maybe they're not your people. Maybe you aren't around the people that can support you in the ways that you need it. Could not reciprocate your energy. Could not give out the love that you give out. Could not give out the resources you give. And at the end of the day, it's easier once you find people on your same page. You've done more than enough. You could handle things that other people couldn't handle. A lot of people throwing the stones at you and throwing the rocks could not handle what they throw at you. A lot of people that are judging you could not handle being judged the same way you're being judged. And okay, so I basically wrote off some notes that she wrote, but this is where I'm going to go off on my own for a little bit. You will be an unstoppable force when you realize you can do it alone. I've experienced a lot of successes on my own, and I really relate to that video because I feel like at different periods of my life, people were not supportive. They were just jealous, backstabbing, hater, cutthroats. And you have to understand I'm not the jealous type. I'm the type of person that even if you're experiencing successes that I'm a root for you like it's my own. But I also found that a lot of people didn't return that. And I'm like, why do people feel like they had to cut other people down to feel successful? And what it boiled down to was I had to be a gossip queen like them to fit in. So a lot of periods in my life I kept my distance from people because I'm like, this can't be right. There's no way this behavior is acceptable at all. So same thing in college, like I had good friends, but I also saw the gossip, the rumors, people cutting people down. And so now I am a YouTube influencer. I give speeches all around the world. I am a sponsored athlete and just a whole lot of different things that I'm experiencing success in. And people were wondering how I did it. And I'm gonna keep saying this quote throughout this video. You will be an unstoppable force when you realize you can do it alone. And let me take a little break here because it looks like it's about to cut me off. But basically the only advice I have to tell most people, don't let your family and friends tell you you can't do it or try to keep you from your dreams. Because a lot of times if they can't follow through on their dreams, they're going to try to keep you from following through on yours. And sometimes they'll wish they've done it first. So instead of embracing you wanting to do it, they'll try to keep you from doing it. Part 1. Part 2, what's up? I got a little grass thing in here. So it boiled down to 3 different things. It's either I'm going to figure this out on my own, I am going to try to be liked by people, or I'm going to die an early death. And obviously I picked that I'm going to be relentless towards my goals. And going on this journey, I realized like when you are on the road less traveled and when you have goals, dreams, and aspirations, you got to almost expect people to attack you. So anytime when I have somebody from my school or somebody I used to know or somebody generally try to do something mean or jealous or try to turn people against me, I just assume they're jealous. Here's somebody who haven't found their purpose, who aren't in alignment with their life, and the only way they can get a taste of success is to take a bite out of somebody. Really, because I'm not the jealous type of person, so that's how I see it. And at different periods of my life, could I have used support? Absolutely. Like when my friends passed away, that was hard. But I used to notice, like, and I don't know if anybody else out here feels the same way, the support that was given to everybody else so freely, it was just so hard for me just to get a little bit. And in those moments, I'm like, okay, since I'm not getting the support I need, I'm gonna stop looking for it. And I'm going to find a way out of this regardless if anyone helps me out or not. So nowadays, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't look for support. It would be great if it came. I'm not gonna force it. I really don't fit in anywhere, and I'm not really looking to fit in anywhere. Those days are over. Like I said, I got my friends, I got my volunteer gigs, I go out, but then when it's time to go on my own and do my own thing, I go on and do my own thing. So for instance, nobody is making me write Medium articles out to 2028 or schedule my YouTube videos out to 2025. I do that because I have medical issues, and I know during those weeks, I'm no good to nobody. And nobody likes excuses. You're either going to figure it out or you're not. So even though I might not be feeling that great, I still have content out there regardless of my personal circumstances. And I'm going to tell you, when you go on this road, don't expect people to support you until you're successful. I had to be for real. When I got my first million on YouTube, I got 722 texts. And some of these texts came from people from my past. Oh, Alesha, you're doing big things. Oh my God. You know what I told them? Do better. When someone has a different goal or different life path than you, instead of cutting them down and putting your limited mindset and limited beliefs on them. If a friend comes to you and says, hey, I'm going to open up an iguana farm in Argentina, I don't care if you personally think that that's not going to come true for them. Keep your opinions to yourself and be supportive. It might be wild to you. Why does this person like iguana so much? Why does this person like Argentina so much? You don't have to know why. It's none of your business. Because if that person is successful, that mirror is going to be looking back at you. It's not going to look very good. So that's the only thing I would say. The other thing I say, if you have a friend or something or a family member that's kind of weird and out there and different, and you just don't fit in with them and they don't fit in with you, leave them alone. Mind your own business. You know, maybe they're on their own path and you haven't figured out your own path yet. So that's another thing I have to say right off the bat. So yeah, I am currently on my solo journey, and I know they don't want to preach this message, but there's a lot of us islands out here who had to get in on our own because nobody was going to be there to support us. No one was going to be there to have our back. And I've had people tell me at different periods of my life, oh, Alesha, I have your back. Well, where the hell are you? You're not around. You're quiet during the successes. No, that's not being supportive. Being supportive is being supportive. Being there no matter what, thick, through thick, thin, and ugly. Being supportive is being there even when it's not convenient for you. So how can you say you were supportive when you never were there? Or you're only there when it benefits you? You know what I mean? So I'm just at the station in my life where, hey, I love my friends, I love my family, but I'm not going to force something that's not there. If you want to support, great. Not. Ready. To continue, when you are in purpose, in alignment, it'll look like things are happening to you with ease. I literally was talking with a friend the other day, and she was like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing that. That's because I'm in alignment and I'm following my purposes and I know what I want. I'm not keeping up with the Joneses. I don't care about the status quo because what you see is what you get. My life ain't always pretty, but it is what it is. And also, I'm going to take some real talk Kim quotes. I think a lot of people out here need to stop looking at everybody's success from a place of jealousy. You don't know what somebody has been through to get where they are. Everybody's not showing off. Get the jealousy under control. And you also have to be really good at bouncing back from when people do really bad things to you. I think sometimes when people do mean things to me, like it's gonna make me angry. It's just fuel to my fire. I'm not gonna get angry. More than likely, I'm just trying to figure out what success I should announce. You know, you're not going to do anything to me. I am a seasoned pro at bouncing back when people do bad things to me, and I turn them to success stories. I actually have turned to, I'm not religious, I want to make that very clear. I actually went to Islam and Judaism and went to my army friends when I had hard seasons in my life because I was not getting support from the religion I was in at the time, which was Catholic. I was not getting support from my school. I was not getting support from my friends. So I had to learn methods to become hard, to learn how to deal with some of the things that was happening in my life, because when my friends passed away, nobody was there. And I couldn't let myself keep sinking lower and lower and lower. I had to pull myself up and be hard. So that's how I did it. And to the point where some people are recognizing me as Reverend of their church. What the hell? When I got the certificate talking about I'm a Reverend, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I am very distant from religion. I learn lessons. I've learned how to deal with hard things, but I'm not religious by any stretch of the imagination. So when I first got those certificates talk about these churches recognizes me as a Reverend, I laughed my ass off. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So, anywho, I've also learned to move in silence, because not everybody is happy for you when you go for your dreams, and not everybody wants you to be successful. And how many times have you talked with someone and they talk about what they're gonna do but never do, and they never follow through? So instead of like talking about it and people trying to talk you out of it, and people trying to destroy you, and people trying to like stop you, why don't you just do it and then leave people wondering how you did it? So that's just kind of my method. I'm just gonna do my thing and then leave people wondering how I did it. And I'm always working on my skills. I don't always talk about it, but I'm always working on ways to improve my skills. Like for instance, I hate mixing and mastering, but I had to learn how to mix and master my own songs. So I know how to do my songs from A to Z, and I can release them on my own now. Ta-da. But I'm always working on my skills. And I had to learn a different mindset that I didn't learn in school, because again, and I know that we've talked about this in several videos, you know, go to school, get good grades, go work a 9-to-5 job. No, I had to learn a whole completely different mindset that I don't talk about. And one more thing, Clinton Sparks has this very good quote, and he says, sometimes I think people hate because they just don't understand. They don't get it. They don't understand how you could do multiple things and how you could be successful in so many different things, and they can't even be successful in one. That's none of my business either. I think the people who are spending so much time hating, you need to spend your time trying to figure out your purposes, your dreams, your goals, instead of spending so much time hating. It's none of my business that you don't understand how I can be successful in multiple things. That's not my concern. So just my thoughts. I'm ready to take off because I think I've made this video long enough. Thank you for watching and hanging there with me. It's been a while since I've done these videos. I do more of the quote ones nowadays, but I'll try to do this at least once a month or once every other month. I have to figure that schedule out. But later, Gators. Peace out.